Hello my friends, and welcome to this special episode of the Chest of Obscurity.
THQ.
This is the last of the Chest of Obscurity that we're going to see for this year, because fuck 2020. $2020's been a shitty year since March. Because a global pandemic, people been dying left to right, right to left. More so than others. And this one goes out to Brodie Lee, since he passed away this month.
Welcome to the landscape of television now that WWE owner Mr. McMahon controls all the networks.
Sure he does.
Now you can see his WWE superstars in all your favorite TV shows and commercials. And though the critics continue to protest, you can't argue with success. In fact, Mr. McMahon is now revving up for his most anticipated and some say dangerous debut to date.
Remember
a
XFL?
no-holds-barred battle where the superstars trade in their muscle for muscle cars.
If that really was the case, though.
Welcome to Crush Hour. Thanks to our sponsor, Mr. McMahon. Tonight, you will witness WWE superstars battling for survival behind the wheel. Let's take you to the action.
I'm actually glad I just did what I did, which was put Codebreaker on. So, this goes out to one Shea Marie Box, and she brought this to my attention some odd years back, but never had the chance to do it because I had a fucked up rig back in the day. But now that I have something better, I can do games like this. Now I also have the GameCube version. Apparently the GameCube version just didn't run like the PS2 version, as you can see. So we're just going to go into it like this. Check our options. I mean, I have cheats on it, you know. I just didn't like how my controller's set up. So last night I was watching wrestling, actual wrestling with an actual crowd, and not a virtual crowd, but a small but yet mighty crowd. And the one thing I remember was how much I actually miss actual wrestling. Without the storylines and all that shit, I actually miss the sport. Not so much the storylines that have been all over the place since time immemorial. Speaking about then WWE. Well, we're gonna go with him because he recently retired from wrestling. Plus, he was one of my favorites back in the day. Now, knowing that this is a WWE game, I'm going to try to skip as much I'm just going to skip through that because you know how it is.
There's the bell. This match is officially underway.
I'm just going to skip through all that mess with the openings and whatnot because I ain't got time for the mess. I mean, back in the day when wrestling was actually good, I really didn't mind it. I really didn't mind it. It was cool. It was worth watching on a Monday night. Or on a Friday night.
What a collision! The Undertaker blasting projectiles in all directions. Excellent shooting there by the Undertaker.
But when you look at a game like this, it just shows you that wrestling can be pretty weird when taken out of its own element. And
What a maneuver executed there by Rob Van Dam.
And you've seen me play other games like Betrayal, and it was weird. Because it felt like, you know, it was Kunio-kun with WWE aspects. Even though the game was just sheer ass. I mean, really, it's like calling a spade a spade. It was sheer ass.
Huge collision there.
I had to play something else in the place of that because after saying that and after playing it, I'm like, okay, no. There's a whole bunch of nah.
huge collision instigated there by Rob Van Dam.
I remember how many times I've been asked to actually get one of these games. Well, not many times, but back in the day when THQ used to do the WWE games. Before then, it was LJN. Now it's 2K. Because these games have went through so many transitions. It's just crazy.
There's some rough treatment being dished out right now by Rob Van Dam.
I mean, you have wrestling with kart racing.
What a maneuver by Rob Van Dam. The Undertaker scattering shots all over the place.
You're playing a game like this, and it's just weird, you know?
A huge collision caused there by Rob Van Dam.
And a lot of wrestlers nowadays, we just don't hear about. I mean, you got to watch it. You got to watch some other channel to see some good wrestling. Like All Elite Wrestling, it's all right. Cause the last bit of wrestling that I tried to watch, well, the channel got taken down, and that was on El Rey. And again, it was trying to be like it was trying to be like WWE, but it didn't.
What a maneuver executed there by Rob Van Dam.
And as you can tell, wrestling these days, just like with any sport, is sort of difficult to watch because of the pandemic. You see lesser and lesser people come out to the events, and even though you're trying to, enjoy it, it does become quite difficult. I sort of miss wrestling when it was actually good. I mean, now it's not the same, you know. Just doesn't feel the same. Especially with what's been going on, you know.
Huge collision caused there by Rob Van Dam.
Even this is weird to me. Just playing this.
Maneuver there by Rob Van Dam.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't mess with him,
You gave a car an atomic drop? What the hell?
Oh my! What a collision!
Especially how fucked up that collision was, yeah. You gotta do so much damage. It's not even fun. Really? I blew his ass up that much.
Maneuver by Lita. I live to destroy people like you. A huge
Apparently so.
instigated there by Lita.
I'm just laying it down for him. That Rikishi. That must be
Ram
Rikishi.
there by Rikishi.
That's Rikishi. Apparently I'm getting the hang of this. Because all I'm doing is just Regal. I'm basically just running everything as I'm supposed to do. Just run around, grab items, grab weapons. Apparently, he's out for blood. Can't say I blame him. I suppose if I was him.
A huge collision caused there by William Regal.
If it was up to me, yeah. If I was in the catbird seat, yeah, sure. But I'm going to do the stupid thing. Well, not so much a stupid thing, but... I'm stacking and stacking and stacking. But as I mentioned about wrestling, I understand it's about, you know, entertainment.
Huge ram by William Regal. What a maneuver by William Regal. The Undertaker continues to blast away. Don't mess with Dead Man.
Especially how I do these things. It's stupid, but I love it because it's stupid. Wrestling isn't how it used to be, though. It used to be about the sport. Well, especially how WWE is. It's all about, you know, just showing off for the fans and whatnot. Quote unquote, for the fans. I prefer how, say, other franchises are. Like New Japan Pro Wrestling or Ring of Honor and the like.
Good shooting there by Chris Jericho.
AEW, in which I see Chris Jericho and a few others are a part of now. They tend to bring back something that you hardly ever see coming from, you know, a big name like WWE, being, you know, humble.
Highly effective ram maneuver pulled off there by Chris Jericho. I live to destroy people like me.
We appreciate your patronage, Undertaker. apparently they're going to try to... Apparently Stone Cold's going to get back into wrestling. I'm not how true that is. But if that's the case, then maybe, you know, what WWE needs
What a
is...
maneuver executed there by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Because I feel, you know, it needs something more, you know. It needs actual ass kicking. I mean, that's the thing. Wrestling does not have ass kicking no more. But like I said, I like...
A huge collision instigated there by Stone Cold.
Although, I gotta say...
Don't mess with him, man.
when it comes down to it, sometimes it's not bad being humble. I mean, I like New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW just because after the end of the day, they come out of their personas and, you know, they thank the people for showing up and showing out. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do after you perform. It's not just, oh, hey, I'm this persona all day, every day. Like what I saw last night, I can only say it was the most touching thing I've ever seen in a long ass time. To where, you know, ego doesn't get in the way of being humble, you know. I saw Cody Rhodes, you know, I saw Cody Rhodes being humble and being thankful for the fact
to destroy people like you.
The fact that, you know, Brodie Lee Jr., his son, is taking up the mantle. And probably do a better job than his father did when he was alive. It was the most touching thing I've ever seen in a sports event since, well, the Dodgers won earlier this year. And for those who are wondering, you know, I was one of those people who actually was pleased as punch to know that someone from California actually won the World Series. And for the Dodgers, you know, it was well fought. You know, well earned, well fought, because they showed they wanted to win. It was heir apparent, you know.
There's some rough treatment being dished out right now by Jeff Hardy.
Because we all wanted to win. Seriously. Those who, you know, die-hard Dodger fans, we wanted to see our team win. And who can blame them?
A huge collision caused there by Billy Gunn.
Hell, it was touch and go for us, so, you know. I mean, it shows, you know, when you perform, it only goes so far as to say, you know what, you deserve this. I mean, even what I'm doing, you know. How in the world did I get defeated? Of all things, how did...
There's the bell. Let's hope this is a classic.
That was just weird. I mean, really, I really thought I had him. But as I stated before, you know, it's all about knowing when to perform and when to come out of the performance. Like I say, when I'm doing Chest of Obscurity, I'm coming out of, you know, I'm always being me, you know.
Rob Van Dam continues to pull the trigger. I'll make you famous.
Yep. And I made him YouTube famous. Yeah. But yeah, like me, for example, I'm always being myself. Even when I'm...
A highly effective ram maneuver pulled off there by Chris Benoit.
I'm always being myself. I mean, what else can I say? I'm just being me. Off and on. Even when I'm doing voices, I'm still being me.
Spectacular maneuver there by Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit spreading shots in all directions.
But now he is dead.
A huge collision instigated there by Lita.
I live to destroy people like you.
There's some rough treatment being dished out right now by Rikishi.
Not so much more than I'm doing.
Powerful ram there by Rikishi.
But at least for what it's worth, though, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I feel what I'm doing as a whole is going to pay off. I don't know how, and I don't know when, but I know it's going to pay off. And I like to keep thinking that it will pay off. No matter what I'm doing, it's going to pay off. Playing this game has made me realize I have not done something like this in a while. and come, say, the next day, when 20 double XD1 comes in,
A huge collision instigated there by Rikishi. I'll make you famous.
I think I've already made him famous. Does you too famous, but I made him famous. I'm curious though, whatever happened to William Regal?
Accurate shooting there by William Regal. What a maneuver by William Regal.
I mean, all I'm doing is just picking up weapons, just to make sure, oh hey, I got my specials.
Spectacular maneuver there by William Regal.
For what this game is worth, though, it is somewhat therapeutic, and I love the fact that it is therapeutic in a way.
A huge collision caused there by William Regal.
I live to destroy people like you.
I really do.
A huge collision instigated there by The Undertaker.
I'd hazard a guess to see what would happen after I've finished King of Ring. Because I want to at least say, you know, I finished a mode and make it a proper video.
Huge ram by Chris Jericho.
Well, I guess it's not.
The hell.
I guess you would have to be like, just boom, 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 boom. Just concussive shots would break through that defense. But I think for what it's worth, you already know what this is about. It's just technically WWE with twisted metal elements. But as I stated before, for what it is worth, it's something. When taken out of its natural element, wrestling can get very, very weird. So, since this is the last day of this year, I want to wish each and every one of you a very safe, blessed, and of course, prosperous 2020 XD1. And with that, I'll see you next time, and with some new Let's Plays. So, you know, next week, brand new Let's Plays coming out, old ones still being done and finished. And some that are still even going on behind the scenes. So, with that said, I have been the Tenkaichi of Gaming, PI7, and this was a look at WWE Crush Hour, brought to us by THQ and Jack Pacific of 2002. Thanks so much for being here as always on my channel. Whether you are new or old, or those in between, lurkers included, thanks so much for being a part of my channel, and I will see you, well, next time. So, the Tenkaichi has spoken, and I will see you in the future. Daitenso!